Yes, guys, we are rating every single Manchester City player this season. Let me know in the comments if you agree with these. Smash a like. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. Let's start off with Josko Gvardiol. By the way, the order that we're doing this as well is by how many games they've played for Manchester City this season. So you can also see who's played the most games. Josko Gvardiol's played 18 times for Manchester City already this season and has 3 goals. To be honest with you, he's up there for me for player of the season. However, we'll discuss that later on. We'll pick at that right at the end. Josko Gvardiol in the good category, 100%. Don't think too many people will disagree with me with that one. Next up is Rico Lewis. He's played 17 times for Manchester City. To be honest with you, I'm going to put Rico in the okay bracket. I think this one could divide opinion. I think some people might say he's been bad. Some people might say he's been good. I really think this is going to divide opinion. I think he's been okay. I think there's been a couple of moments where he could have defended better, or maybe it's not the right person to have in the squad because we need a bit more of an out-and-out defender. But for me, I'm going to put him in the okay bracket. Next up, I'm going to put Bernardo Silva on. For me, I'm going to put Bernardo in the bad bracket. And again, I don't know if this is controversial, but I just don't really know what he's bringing to the side at the moment. He looks like he's knackered. He doesn't look like he's got the energy that he used to have. He played a really nice through ball to Haaland in the West Ham game earlier on in the season. It was a lovely weighted pass. But when I watch him, I don't really know what he's bringing to the side anymore. So for me, at the moment, I think he's underperforming, and I think we could do better. Next up is Erling Haaland. I am going to put him in the good bracket. Now, he is underperforming his XG these days a lot. He's missing chances. He's not being as clinical as he was earlier on in the season. But let's be honest, this guy's still scoring a shed load of goals. He scored 15 goals already this season. And whilst he has sort of maybe faded off a little bit recently, I think to put him anywhere else would be a little harsh. Next up on the list, and another shout for player of the season, is going to be Mateo Kovacic. Kovacic played 15 times for Manchester City already this season, scored 3 goals, which is closing in on one of his personal bests. I think his personal best is 5 goals in a season. He's not a player that scores a lot of goals. He's already on 3. So for me, I think he's playing brilliantly. I think he's playing out of his skin. Obviously, there are problems with his pace, but more on recovery side. But there's nothing we can do about that. That is what it is. Next up on the list is Savinho. I'm going to put Savinho in the okay category. I don't think he's been good. I don't think he's been bad. I think he's been okay. There's been moments. I remember the Chelsea game, first game of the season. He absolutely ripped apart Cucurella. But he has still not scored a goal for Manchester City, which is a problem. He's got a couple of assists, which he's doing all right on. But I think there's more to come from Savinho. I'm happy with how he's developing. I do think he needs to score goals, given the fact he plays in the attack. But yeah, all right. I'm happy with his progression, but I do need to start seeing some more from Savinho. Next up on the list, the guy who a lot of people wanted to see come back to Manchester City. There were a couple of people that didn't want him. İlkay Gundogan. I'm sorry, İlkay. I love you. I think you're amazing. I've got you on the back of my shirt this year, but you have been poor this year. I don't really know, again, what he's bringing to the side. A little bit like Bernardo. He's not bringing me chance creation. He's not scoring goals. Recovery pace is just obviously not there because he's 34 years old, or getting on for that. Yeah, he's obviously not worked out so far. It's early on in the season. He can recover this 100%, but so far, I don't think Gundogan has been very good. Next up on the list, Ederson. I'm going to put him in the good category. I think he's been brilliant for the large part. I think there was a couple of mistakes early on in the season, but yeah, I think he's been solid. And actually, in this period of games where we've been struggling, I think he's been one of the players that is standing out. And if it wasn't for him in some of these games, we could have conceded a lot more. So yeah, shout out Ederson. I think he's playing really well. I'm going to put him in the good category. Next up, we're going to move on to Manuel Akanji. Akanji obviously is a player that usually doesn't take the headlines, and he's not really took the headlines again this year. 14 matches, and I think again he's done all right, Annie. I'm not going to put him in the good category because he's not done anything really that I would say yeah he's great, but he's just getting on with it. He's just getting on with it. I'm going to whack him in the okay category. Next up, I'm going to put Matheus Nunes in for rating. Now he's played 14 times for Manchester City and scored 3 goals. For me, I'm going to put him in the good category. And this is going to be controversial, but I'll explain why. Grealish and Doku can't stay fit, yeah? And neither of them really score goals or create chances. And Nunes, who's not even a left winger, is come in, and he's probably our best left winger at the moment, right? Do I think Nunes has a long-term future in the starting 11? No, I do not. I don't think he's good enough, right? Do I think he has a long-term future as part of a squad? Maybe. maybe as part of a squad, he's a long-term future. But I don't think he's good enough to start for Manchester City week in, week out. But I think he's doing all right. I don't like it. I thought that little cameo of him in midfield against Brighton was horrendous. He really frustrated me in there. But you know what? Fair play to the guy. He's under pressure because obviously it's his second season. He costs a lot of money, 50 mil. I think he's doing all right. Maybe I'm being a bit generous. Maybe he should be in the okay bracket. Maybe I'm overcompensating him because I never wanted him. I don't really understand what he does. But yeah, I'm going to put him in the good bracket. I think he's doing okay. Right, next up on the list, guys, Ruben Diaz has played 14 times for Manchester City this season. For me, he should be our captain. That's another question for you in the comments. Should Ruben Diaz be the Manchester City captain? I think he should be. Does he go in the good category or does he go in the okay category? I'm going to put him in the okay category. Again, like a Kanji, I don't really think he's excelled. We concede him loads of goals. It's not like we're defending Mint. For me, obviously, he's not scored any goals for us this year either. So it's not like it's Gvardiol. He's getting on the score sheet at the other end. He's not. We're leaking goals. I can't really be putting him in the good bracket. I think he's doing all right, though. Yeah, just needs to stay fit and get back leading in our back line. Phil Foden. Phil Foden has played, how many games has he played so far? 14 games this year. He's only played 900 minutes. Only started 5 games, I think, for us. Or maybe 6 now. Because obviously he had something going on earlier on in the season, whether it was a health issue, whatever. But he is back now, and he's showing glimpses in certain games that he's playing all right. In some games, he needs to pick it up a little bit. For me, I'm going to put him in the okay bracket. Now, he's definitely not been in the good bracket. No way. I understand why you might want to put him in the bad bracket because he's underperformed. However, he's not actually played that much, and I don't think when he's played he's been bad. I don't think he was particularly great against Brighton, which is obviously our most recent game, but I think he's doing okay. What I would say is I am probably being a tad generous there. After the international break, I do need to see him start picking it up. Yeah, I'm sort of still going on this, like, he was injured or had a health issue, whatever. He's now back, he's ready to go. He needs to start delivering. I'll say this, he's probably lucky to get in the okay bracket. Yeah, he needs to do more. Next up, Jeremy Doku. In fact, I don't know, man. I don't know about this, guys. I might have to put him in the back. I don't know if it's bad or okay. I don't know. I'm going to leave him okay. I'm going to leave him in okay. But that might be generous. It might be generous. He needs to pick it up. Champions League, by the way. He's slamming it in Champions League. It's just Premier League he needs to do a little bit more. Jeremy Doku has played 13 times for us, scored twice. He's only played 628 minutes. I'm afraid, not staying fit, not good enough. We need you to stay fit. You know what I mean? The squad's bare thin. He's got another injury now as well. He's just recovered from an injury. He's now got another injury. And when he has played, it's been inconsistent. So, yeah, we need to see more from you, Jeremy Doku. John Stones, bad, not staying fit. A lot of these players are going in the bad because you can't stay fit. Well, you're no use to me as a member of the squad. John Stones played 10 games, scored 3 goals, so he's getting on the score sheet. Fair enough, but he's only played 500 minutes. He can't stay fit, needs to stay fit. He's one that is actually doing all right when he's playing, but you need to be able to stay fit. Yeah, so I've got to take that into consideration because I'm rating you as part of the squad. And if you're not fit, you're not doing me any favours. So he could probably go into the okay bracket. But for me, you're not staying fit. I've got to judge you like that. Grealish, the same. A lot of these players are going to be the same. Now we've got a couple left. Not got many to do. Grealish needs to stay fit. Inconsistent performances when he's on the pitch. If you can't stay fit, you're no good to me. You need to stay fit. Kyle Walker. Who knows what to do with this guy, to be honest with you. Because I'd sell him in January if it was me personally. I think he's playing really badly. I think he's played badly for 18 months. Legend of the football club for me. Best right back in England in history in this Premier League. But he's fallen off now, I'm afraid. And I think it's better for him, yeah, if he just leaves in January, because every game he plays, he's getting rinsed. Every game he plays, he's getting rinsed by the fans, he's getting rinsed on the pitch, yeah, because he's just not got it anymore. So, having said that, people are trying to tell me that he's only trained 4 times this year or something like that. So, if that's true, then maybe he can get better. But at this moment in time, if there's an option to sell him and get a new right back in January, I'd personally take that option. I don't think it's good for him. He's tarnishing his legacy a little bit here. KDB, bad, not staying fit. I need you to stay fit, mate. Another injury for Kevin De Bruyne. He is now back. So hopefully when we next do this, might do it at Christmas or whatever, Hopefully he can work his way up the tier list. But again, he's played 4 matches for us. I think Pep has to take some responsibility as well. You know, he's talking about in the press conference about, oh, we're managing his minutes. We're not managing his minutes. Go and have a look. Go and have a look at his minutes. He played 3 games in the Premier League. We was 4-1 up in one of them. I think it was Ipswich. Yeah, he come off in the 89th minute. Well, that's not managing his minutes. You played him in match day 1 of the Champions League against Inter Milan. That's not managing his minutes. Yeah, so for me, Pep needs to do better in terms of managing his minutes. He talks it. He says, yeah, I'm managing his minutes. But he's not really. James McAtee is hardly played. I'm going to put him there, who knows. Ake, bad, not staying fit. I need you to stay fit, mate. You're getting the same treatment as everybody else. You're no use to me. Ortega, has he even played? He's played a couple of times, whatever. I'll put him in the who knows. Right, Simpson, Pusey, Nico Riley. I'm not going to rate them because they've only played a couple of games. Right, player of the season so far. So for me, it's between these 5 players. I'm going to say, I don't know if Nunes should be in that good. I'm going to knock him down. Yeah, big up Nunes, yeah, but you've only played a couple of good games, right? So I need to chill. For me, my player of the season is going to go to Mateo Kovacic, guys. That is going to be my player of the season so far. I think he's been brilliant. I think we're asking him to do a job that he probably can't do in terms of playing 6. And sometimes he gets spun, and it's sad to see when he's running back at the goal and the guy's just running off from him and he's not got the pace. It's sad to see, but it's not his fault, man. I'm looking at the positives. I'm looking at the fact that he's chipped in with a couple goals. His ball carrying ability, progressing the ball up the pitch is fantastic. He's passing, he's great. You know, he put that one on a plate, didn't he, for Haaland at the weekend? Should have got an assist, but Haaland obviously had to take it at the second opportunity. And I think he's playing really, really well. And for 20 million, 25 million, whatever we signed him from Chelsea, I think he's been a brilliant signing. He was only meant to be a squad rotational player. He's ended up playing all the time because we didn't buy anyone and they've got the injury to Rodri. But I think he's doing really, really well. So yeah, that's my final tier list. If I had to make revisions, I would say, for me, I think Foden's in between okay and bad. Just because of the injuries, not really played a lot, but I don't know. I think that one could cause a little bit of a debate. Foden, where should Foden be? Yeah, I think I'm right with Nunes. I think I'm right to knock Nunes down to the okay bracket because he has only played like 4 good games, really, if you think about it. Is that enough to get in the good bracket? Bad, maybe a little harsh on Bernardo Silva. It probably is. Maybe he should go into the okay bracket. Don't know. And then the rest are just because of the injuries, guys. Yeah, I can't be putting the people in okay and good if you've hardly played for me. You know, these guys are playing 500 minutes. Some of them even less. Walker, he's just been really bad, hence why he's in the who knows. McAtee's hardly played. Nor has Nico O'Reilly. Nor has Simpson Pusey. And Ortega, again, he's hardly played as well. So that's mine. Let me know in the chat what you think. Have I got this spot on? Or I made some absolute howlers? And let me know. Bro, I need to get out of this house. Let me know who your player of the season is. See you later.